So, in chemistry, significant figures are super important, but I want to also talk about how important they really are in physics for us as high school students. So, let's take a look about that. So, this very fancy cardboard meter stick is exactly 1 meter long. And I want you to think about how long you think this car is. Now, I don't want you to think too hard about it. I just want you to guess for approximately how long it is. All right. Now let's look at this one. So this cardboard meter stick has a mark every 10 centimeters. Now I want you to estimate how long this car is. Now, this is the same car. All right, so you have another guess. Now I'm going to put this same car next to an actual meter stick, and I want you to look at how long this car is. So the reason why I do this is because this is a really great example of exactly what sig figs are. And we do this activity in class as well. If you were absent, now you know we did. Um, and these are some of the data that I got during class. So without meters, without the marks on the meter sticks, you'll notice that it's 12, 15, 17, 15, 20, and 20. Like they're kind of all over the place. Um, Students really didn't know exactly how long the car was, but they were guessing. Once I gave them the meter stick with 10 centimeter marks on it, they got 15, 17, 16, 18, 16, and 15. So you'll notice that the numbers are getting closer together. Students are agreeing more. And then when I gave them the normal meter stick with the 0.1 centimeter marks, now they were giving me more digits. They were being more specific. And I went ahead and if they told me 17, I put 17.0. Or if they told me 18, I put 18.0. And so I want you to notice that this shows us something about your how accurate the students thought their numbers were when they were measuring with these different meter sticks. And that's exactly what significant figures do. We want to use significant figures to tell us just how precise the measurements are. So if I'm measuring this pencil with significant figures, um, I want you to give me all the numbers plus one to estimate the number. So these are centimeters on this little ruler, and don't get confused. There is a zero somewhere in the middle. So the left side is negative and the right side is positive. And as you look at it, um, we'll zoom in. Um, so for example, this is the tip of the pencil is definitely between 2 and 3, and it's definitely close to 2. You could call it 2.1, 2.09. So I'm guessing one more than the line is. So because I have the lines for millimeters, which is these little ones here, these are millimeter marks. Um, it's 2 point something. And so because one's over here, I know it's confusing, it's backwards. But here's 2, this is 2.1. And so it looks to me like it's a little bit less than 2.1. So I'm going to guess 2.10 or 2.09. So that last number that you're writing down is the number that you're guessing because you're not exactly sure exactly where it is. Um, on the right-hand side of this pencil, we've got the eraser part. Um, I would say it's definitely between 13.1 and 13.2. And then you have to guess how far you think it actually goes. So any of these answers are acceptable. It could be 13.12, 13.13, 13.14, 13.15, 13.16. Like it depends on how you look at it, what you think it is. Now, some of these, if you look really precisely at it, you're really closely, students might agree, but you could still be off by a little bit. When you measure things with scales, like if you're going to put some like a mass on a scale and figure out how many grams it is, the last number is the guess that the scale is making. So the scale knows, all right, I'm not super precise. So the last number I give you, that's my guess. Just like you guys are guessing that last number. So the question is how much do we care in physics? Um, in lecture, please just use 3 or 4 digits or 2 decimal points. You will want to keep all the numbers up until the point when you give me your final answer. So keep all the numbers in your calculators as you do those calculations. It'll mean that your answer is more precise. Um, but do not give me calculator bar for your answer. So I would want an answer like 12.43 meters. I do not want 12.42975340823754692. That is just completely ridiculous. So as long as you're not giving me calculator barf, I will be happy. And that's it for sig figs. Next, you'll learn about units.